Hi, I'm John Hornick. Welcome to lesson 51 of Chef's Apprentice, learning to cook like a pro, one small plate at a time. This lesson is crab, cucumber, and avocado aioli on a sweet corn cake. Corn, crab, avocado, and mayonnaise are perfect partners. This preparation marries these ingredients in a balanced and beautifully composed dish. Your guest will think you were CIA trained. That's the cooking CIA, not the other one. Here you will learn to make a batter for corn cakes, to make the cakes using ring molds, and to use the ring molds to finish the composed presentation. Techniques today are peeling, seeding, dicing, and chopping, processing, seasoning and adjusting seasoning, making an aioli, beating eggs and making a batter, working with ring molds, sauteing, keeping warm, plating, and mounting. So let's start cooking. Okay, let's talk about equipment. We need our cutting board and our chef's knife. We'll need a juicer for the lemon, peeler to peel that cucumber, and a spoon to get the seeds out. We will need a food processor tonight, a fork to beat the egg. We need a mixing bowl and a wooden spoon. We need a brush. Then we're going to need a skillet that's large enough to hold the ring molds. Okay, now we're making 6. Okay, so we're gonna have 6 ring molds. The skillet has to be big enough to hold those ring molds, and it should be flat bottomed. These are just rings. They're metal rings, but they're called ring molds. And these are about 2 3/4 inches in diameter. This is a perfect size. 2.5 would be fine. 3 inches would be fine. Okay. Now remember, this is learning to cook like a pro. Okay. So you're gonna need ring molds. We'll also need to have a bowl to mix the crab with the aioli, and we will need to have a metal spatula. Now you can use a regular metal spatula. This is a fish turning metal spatula. I like this. Got nice flexibility. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, that's all the equipment. Right now, we'll come back and start cooking. Okay, the first step on our prep list is to process the mayonnaise, avocado, shallots, garlic, and lemon. Okay, so let's take the mayonnaise, put it into the food processor bowl. Add the chopped avocado. Add the shallots. The garlic. The lemon juice, and let's process that till it's smooth. All right, let's check it. We've got some unprocessed ingredients along the side of the bowl, so let's push those down inside and process it a little bit longer. Nice consistency, but we haven't seasoned it yet. Okay, let's lightly season it, just lightly. Remember, you can always add salt, you can't take it away. A little bit of ground white pepper. Okay, mix that up. All right, let's taste it. Perfect. You can just barely taste the salt. That's just perfect. Now at this stage, we'd want to thin this if it was too thick. But what we want is the consistency of salad dressing, and this is just about that perfect consistency. If it's too thick, add a little water to thin it. Okay, next step is to lightly beat the egg. To do that, we're just going to use a fork, mix it up, and swirl it around in the mixing bowl. Okay, now we're going to mix it with the corn, which Actually, I should have used the larger bowl. Let's use the larger bowl. The shallots. The parsley. A little bit of pepper flakes. Remember, we wanted about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper flakes. We're just going to eyeball that. It's just a pinch, really. Brown sugar. All right, now you can mix it up with a spoon, but I am going to use my hands. Next step is to season it. And let's mix that up again. Let's taste it. Okay, because the salt is just barely coming through. Perfect. Okay, next we want to add the flour into this corn mixture. Sprinkle the flour over the top and then mix it in with the wooden spoon. Okay, next let's take the corn mixture, the corn batter, and put it into the food processor. Top on the food processor. We're going to process it till it's smooth. Okay, let's check it. Oh, it looks nice and smooth. There's still a little bit of chunkiness of the corn in there, but that's fine. All right, I'm going to take it out of the food processor and put it back into a bowl. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to coat the bottom of our pan with some olive oil. We want to have a nice coating. We don't want to have any bare spots. Now, I'm only going to be doing 2 today. But you do the same thing if you were making 6 or more. We want to put our ring molds into the pan and then take some batter and put it down into the ring mold about 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch depth, or thickness I should say, of what will become the corn cake. Okay, now we want to turn on to low heat. And we'll come back when that starts, when we just start to hear a sizzling sound. Okay, now I'm just shaking them around a little bit so they don't stick to the bottom. And what I want to do is take a paring knife, run it around the side of the ring mold to separate the corn cake from the mold. Okay, then I want to press. These could be hot, just be careful. Yep, they are too hot. I'm going to press the cake out of the bottom of the mold. Now we want to very gently turn them, and I want to make sure I turn them into oil, not into a dry part of the bottom of the pan, okay? We're gonna let those saute for just a couple minutes. Shake it every now and then just so they don't stick. And while it's sauteing, you need to clean out your ring molds or get a couple of clean ones because you'll need those to do the plating. Okay, let's check them, see how they're doing. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. All right, next step. All right, now we have our aioli here. We want to mix in the cucumber and the crab meat. Now, you can do this with a spoon if you want, but I think it's better to do it with your hands because we don't want to break this up any more than we have to. So we want to do it very gently. Just toss the crab meat and the cucumber and the aioli so that they mix, just minimally mix, okay? They don't need to be, you know, mixed like a paste or anything. Just toss them around a little bit till they're mixed. Try not to break up the crab any more than you have to. Now let's taste it. Perfect. Okay, now at this point, if it needed extra salt or pepper, we would adjust the seasoning, but it doesn't. Okay, it's time to plate. So we're going to take a plate, take one of the corn cakes, take a clean ring mold, put it down over the top of the corn cake, and we're going to spoon some of the crab and cucumber aioli in there. And, you know, press it down just a little bit so it's in there nice and smoothly and solidly. Okay, then we're going to carefully pull off the ring mold. Okay, there we have it. I don't know if you can see it from the side. We have the corn cake on the bottom and the aioli on the top. I'm going to put a little bit of cracked red pepper on the top just for color. That was not actually in the ingredients, but you should have that handy because we've used it many times. Okay, that's the conclusion of lesson 51, crab and cucumber aioli on a sweet corn cake. You can see photos of the finished dish at my Instagram, which is @ChefsApprentice, Cook Like a Pro. Next up is a roasted red bell pepper soup with Pernod cream. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.